Hello everyone, this is the third lesson of week 7. 5.2 The Human Reproductive System. In this lesson, we will talk about the human reproductive systems in both male and also in female. In this lesson, we will talk about the systems. We will see what are the parts of each system, each reproductive system, and what is the function of each part. Firstly, we will start with the male reproductive system. This diagram, it shows all the parts that belong to the reproductive system, to the male reproductive system. Firstly, the main function of male reproductive system is to produce sperm, and then also it's to deliver this sperm to the female reproductive system. The main function is, as we said, it's to make or to produce sperm, but this sperm, in which part it will be produced. Now, sperm cells are made up in testes. Okay, singular testes. Okay, here it's where the sperms will be produced. Then, now, as you can, all of this organ, it is a testis. After that, see here we have, there is this tube. After that, the sperms will travel along this tube. This tube, we call it sperm duct. Then, after that, after sperm duct, what we will have this part or this tube that it will let the sperm to go outside the penis. This part we call it urethra. Now here, these are the three main parts of the male reproductive organ: testis, sperm duct, and the urethra. Then, as you can see here, also we have another two parts, the seminal vessel and prostate gland. The function of seminal vessels and prostate gland, it's what? It's to make a sugary fluid for the sperm cells to swim in. If you remember in the previous lesson, when we talked about the sperm cell, we said sperm cell, it has a tail that enable it to swim. But where or in what it will swim? It will swim in this sugary fluid that it's produced by seminal vessel and prostate gland. These two parts, seminal vessel and prostate gland. These two parts will produce the sugary fluid for the sperm to swim in it. Then the sugar, here we said it's sugary. That means it contains sugar. So the function of this sugar or the importance of this sugar, it's what? Sugar, it helps to give the sperm the energy to swim, because the sperm will swim. So it means it will move. And any movement, it needs what? It needs energy. From where this sperm will get the energy? Will get it from the sugar that it's produced by the seminal vessels and prostate gland. Questions. Question number 1. Name the part of the male reproductive system that has each of these functions. Makes sperm cell. Which part of these parts is responsible for producing sperms? The answer, it is testis. Then, which part is responsible for carrying sperm cells from where they are made into the urethra? Which part will take the sperm from testis to the urethra? The answer will be sperm duct. C. Makes a sugary fluid for sperm cell to swim in. Which part is responsible for making this sugary fluid? The answer will be the seminal vessel and prostate gland. That was everything for the male reproductive system. As I mentioned before, you need to know all the organs, all the parts, and with their function. Then, the female reproductive system. Also, this diagram, it shows the female reproductive system with all its parts, and then we will explain what is the function of each part. The female reproductive system will have the same function as male reproductive system, but with some differences. In male reproductive system, we say the main function is to make sperms. But here in female, there is no sperms. Instead of sperms, there is what? There will be egg cells. So egg cells will be produced or made where? Will be made in the ovaries. So this we will start from here. This part, it's ovary. Each female will have 2 ovaries. This is the first one, and here it's the second one. Now, ovaries, the function of it is to produce egg cells. Then, after that, so in an adult woman, one egg cell leaves one of the ovaries approximately each month. This is called ovulation. Now, if we want to give a definition of ovulation, we will say it's the release of egg cell from ovary. Then, after that, after releasing the egg from ovary, now the egg, it should travel, also same as sperm cell. Now, when the egg goes into the oviduct. The second part, this part, we call it oviduct. The function of oviduct, it's what? The egg cell will be fertilized in the oviduct. When the egg, it will reach the oviduct, if there will be sperm inside it, that means there will be fertilization. If not, then this egg, it will keep moving until it will be released outside the body. Now, tiny hair-like structures on the oviduct walls, called cilia. If you remember in the previous lesson when we talked about the egg, we said the egg, it will not move. It cannot move by itself. So now, but here we are saying the egg, it will travel from ovary to oviduct and then to the uterus. How? By what? It's by, if we will study the structure of the oviduct, we will see it contains a tiny hair-like structures. We call them cilia. These hair-like structures, it moves backward and forward. So when it will start moving backward and forward, it will push the egg through the oviduct. Now, it will move slowly along the oviduct. This is where the fertilization can happen, if there will be a sperm cell here. Now, if you will have a question that it says, in which part of the female reproductive system the fertilization will happen or will take place, you will say in the oviduct. Now, after ovary, oviduct, the last part, we call it uterus. Uterus, it's what? The zygote that is formed by fertilization carries on traveling down the oviduct until it gets to the uterus. Here, this part, all of it, this, the red one, okay, this part, we call it uterus. The function of uterus, it's what? There is where it will develop and grow into baby. Okay, so after oviduct, the egg, if there will be sperm here in the oviduct, they will join each other, they will fertilize each other, and they will form zygote. And this zygote, it will keep moving until it will reach the uterus. Then it will stick to the walls of the uterus, and then it will start developing and growing into embryo, and this embryo, when grow, will be a baby. Question number 2. Name the part of the female reproductive system that has each of these functions. makes egg cell. Which part is responsible for making egg? The answer is ovary. B. Where the fertilization will take place? We say the fertilization will take place in the oviduct. C. Where the zygote develops into a baby. The zygote will develop into baby in the uterus. Dear students, that was everything for the human reproductive systems, both the male and female. I hope you got benefit from it. Again, watch the video and write a comment when you finish the video. If you still have any questions or any concerns about this topic, please write a comment, write a question in the comment, or if you want, text me. Thank you and have a good day.